Om. 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 Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatkrupatamaham vande paramanandamadhavam sadashivasamarambham shankaracharya madhyamam अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरु परम्पराम्. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15. The last 5 verses we were to see. Bhagavan Krishna described the glories of Bhagavan, Ishvara, in short. Now, the true nature of Bhagavan or Ishvara, free from all upadhis, is being pointed out, for which the entire creation is divided into 3 categories. First 2 categories belong to the actual creation jagat of nama rupa, names and forms, at 2 levels. One level is Kshara Purusha. One category is Kshara Purusha, the jagat that comes and goes, born, destroyed, repeatedly. The other category is Akshara Purusha, the cause of this manifest creation, namely Maya, or the creative power of Ishvara. Though the actual jagat, actual creation is destroyed, this power remains until Brahmajnana is gained. Now, the Swarupa, the true nature of Ishvara, is beyond the realm of these 2 upadhis. And that is described as Purushottama. Uttama Purusha. One is independent of these 2, Kshara Purusha and Akshara Purusha, at the same time, the final cause of them, without whom these 2 can't come into existence. So therefore now, let us see 16th verse. Dvavimau Purusha loke Ksharascha Kshara evacha Kshara sarvani bhutani Utastokshara uchyate. In this creation loka, there are 2 Purushas. Here, Purusha word has to be taken as categories. Otherwise, Purusha can mean Jiva, Purusha can mean Atma also. Here as categories. In this world, there are 2 categories. One is Kshara, destructible. Other is Akshara, indestructible, but not totally indestructible, relatively indestructible. So that's why it says, Ksharaha sarvani bhutani. Entire creation comprising of 5 elements, products of 5 elements, and the beings, jivas, that is Ksharaha sarvani bhutani. Utastaha akshara uchyate. Akshara, that creative power, it was Kutastha. Kuta can have two meanings. One is Rashi, heap, the mass of it. Or it can mean that is deceitfulness. This Maya Shakti is totally deceitful. How come? Because it veils the Paramatma Swarupa and presents the same principle as Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, which have got only seeming appearance like our dream, but not true in reality. This handiwork is by whom? Akshara Purusha, Maya Shakti. The Kuta is a very cheating, as it were, so deceitful, or heap, mass of it. So Kutastha Akshara Upajati. So that is, these are the two upadhis, as it were, of the Paramatma Tattva. The third one, Paramatma Tattva. Uttama Purusha Svanyaha Paramatmetyudarutaha Yolokatrayama Vishya Vibhartyavya Ishvaraha. Anyaha, distinct from these two. Kshara Purusha, actual creation. Akshara Purusha, Maya. So Anyaha, distinct from them, independent of them. These two depend on Uttam Purusha, but Uttam Purusha is independent. Anyaha, Paramatma ite katyate. He is described as Paramatma. Why? In the common parlance, Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha are also called Atma in the practical world. They are not true Atmas. They are mistaken Atmas. So with respect to these mistaken Atmas, at the level of 5 sheets, 5 Panchakosha, Chaitanya Rupa, Atma, Brahma, independent of them, though it is the basis of entire creation, Paramatma, most exalted Atma, iti kathyate, udarta. So it is described. And what is nature? Where is it? Yaha lokatrayam avishya. He is in and through the entire creation. Lokatraya bhu bhuva swa means entire creation. Avishya, in the sense being the basis of that. Vibhartyavya Ishvara. He sustains the entire creation by lending the existence principle, by lending the knowledge principle, by lending the Ananda Tattva. In the creation, gross or subtle, wherever you come across the easiness, the existence aspect, Paramatma. Wherever you come across the sentience, Sachetanata, being aware of, being conscious of, experiencing something, knowing something, that is the Nepti Tattva, knowledge principle, Chaitanya Tattva, Paramatma. Whenever you come across the joy, happiness, maybe in the varying degrees, all that joy, happiness, the content, the basis of them is what? Paramatma. Think of it. We are. The world is. That isness is who? Paramatma. We are aware of it. We experience that, Paramatma. We get happiness, Paramatma. Where Paramatma is not in the entire creation. So, Lokatrayamavishya, having entered as the basis of entire creation. So, Avyaha, indestructible, Bibharti, sustains the entire creation. Then this Uttamaha Purushaha, distinct from Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha, itself is called Purushottama. Why so? Bhagavan gives the reason. Yasmat ksharamati toham aksharaadapi chottama atosmi loke vedecha pratita purushottama. Because this Purush, that it is Chaitanya Tattva Paramatma, is distinct from Atikranta. That is Atita. Atikranta means distinct from the Kshara Purusha, the creation that repeatedly comes and gets destroyed. Again, being ever existent, Sat Chit Ananda is superior to Akshara Purusha, Maya Shakti. Therefore, in the worldly parlance or in the Vedas, Paramatma is called Purushottama. It's called Purushottama. So therefore, the person who knows directly that Paramatma, how he is Purushottama, in contrast to Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha, he is the one. He has got the right knowledge and he always seeks me. His mind is always centered in me, without whom there is nothing whatsoever. Yo mam evam asammudha janati purushottamam sasarvavid bhajati mam sarvabhavena bharat. Whoever he may be, see, whoever he may be, the universal pronoun. This knowledge is meant for all, whether man or woman, Brahmana or Shudra, rich or poor, young or old, from any corner of the creation. No distinction is made. Whoever knows me, asammuda, without any aviveka, in the sense, without the wrong identification of the body, without the wrong notion that the Jagat is real. So who knows me as Purushottama, that person seeks me by all means. He gains me by all means. And sarva bhavena bhajati. Atma eva idam sarvam. Paramatma itself is everything. So with this wrong, with the right, the vision, his mind is always centered in me, Paramatma Tattva. And a person who gets this knowledge is an accomplished person, he gets moksha. Iti guhyatamam shastram idamuktam ayanaga etad buddhva buddhiman syat kritakrityascha bharata. Arjuna, I told you this Guhyatamam Shastra, most that highest secret. How come? It is right under your nose. Even this phrase may not be proper. It is your Swarupa. And yet, you don't know it. Can there be a greater secret than this? You have, what is that? All wealth with you, and yet you don't know that you have got it. And you are begging here and there. Recently, I read somewhere. One lady who had lost her husband had one son. Somehow she educated him and he went abroad for a job. And he was sending her regularly letters. Not nowadays, all this net to net, etc. She had little money. Whatever money she spent, no money now to live. She started begging. 3-4 years passed. After 4 years, one of person, a friend of her husband, met her. Said, "What are you doing? You are begging." Yes, what can I do? Why? Your son is in America. Ah, he is in America. Does he not send you money? No. He sends me a letter regularly. But does he not send you this thing? Money? No. He doesn't send. But somehow one paper, rose color paper is there. And I'm keeping it inside. Show me. Pile of them. Do you know what is that? Every time the letter you send a draft. And she doesn't know that it's to deposit at the bank and get the money. Money is lying here and she has no. Likewise, Chaitanya Rupa, Atma Paramananda is our Swarupa, and we are begging where? In front of Vishaya Bhogas, give me some joy, give me some joy, give me some joy. Can there be a more pitiable situation than this? So that's why the Guhyatamam, topmost secret. So idam shastram maya anaga uktam. O sinless Arjuna, I have taught you this. Having known this, one becomes buddhiman. Buddhiman is not intelligent here. Jnani. He gains the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, Bhagavad Jnana, and thereby becomes Krita Kritya. Krita Kritya, an accomplished person, gets moksha. There is nothing that needs to be gained. There is nothing that he can lose as such. With this, the 15th chapter, Purushottama Yoga, is over. Now, to gain this knowledge, certain disposition is required. Certain frame of mind is required, for which the qualities that the mind has got is very important. This topic was hinted by Bhagavan Krishna in chapter 9, verse 12 and 13, people have got three types of disposition, three types of mental frames, and they were described as Daivi, divine, Asuri, demoniacal, Rakshasi, cruel. He just hinted them, but there was no occasion for him to elaborate them. Now Bhagavan gets leisure to explain them. Daivi, Asuri. Asuri and Rakshasi are more or less same category, with one difference, that Rakshasi pravritti, Rakshasi quality, no doubt it is demonical, but is more cruel than demon. A Rakshasa is a demon, plus he has got more cruelty. To that extent, demon has less cruelty. He is also cruel, but less cruel. The only difference. So therefore, Daivi, one category, quality, the Asuri, Rakshasi together as an Asuri Sampat. This is Daiva Asura Sampad Vibhag. Divination of Sampad here, qualities, divine qualities and demoniacal qualities. So why so both? So that a mumukshu should develop, should cultivate the Daivi Sampat, the divine qualities, and get rid of the Asuri qualities, demoniacal qualities. So this 16th chapter is devoted. Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhi Jnana Yoga Vyavastiti Danam Dhamascha Yajnascha Swadhyayastapa Arjavam. Ahimsa Satyama Krodha Tyaga Shantira Paishunam Daya Bhuteshwalo Luktvam Mardavam Rira Chapalam Teja Kshama Dhruti Shaucham Adroho Nati Manita Bhavanti Sampadam Daivi Abhijatasya Bharata. These three verses describe Daivi Sampat, divine qualities. Abhayam, fearlessness. What type of fearlessness? That boldness in living up to the Shastra after knowing it fully well. Living up to the Shastra needs strength, boldness. Sattva Samshuddhi, purity of the mind in dealing with others, in Vyavahara, in practical world, to have a pure mind in the sense, not taking to manipulation, not taking some false pretext, not cheating others, no falsehood, keeping the promise, not making any false statement. So therefore, not taking to manipulation or manipulating others by some pretext, or cheating, not cheating, no falsehood, keeping promise, and no false statement. a clean vyavahara. The sattva shuddhi. Here, otherwise sattva shuddhi means antakarana shuddhi, a mind which enjoys high degree of vairagya. As a result of it, it is not much preoccupied in the world. Jnana yoga vyavasthiti. Jnana here is shastrartha jnana. Yoga is svanubhava, one's experience of one's swarupa. Vyavasthiti, sthirata, being steadfast in the scriptural knowledge and experience of one's true nature. Dhanam, giving in charity. Whatever that is in excess of my need, share with others. The Jagat is public world. The resources of this are public. It is for everyone. You have got certainly the right to take to yourself what you need, but not beyond your necessity, even if you earn it. Even if you earn it, have that charitable disposition to share with others. Dhanam, according to one's capacity. Damaha, mastery over the senses. Shamaha, mastery over the mind. Swadhyayaha, Swadhyaya, learning one's shakha of Vedas. Depending on the lineage, everyone is supposed to learn minimum portion of the Vedas called their shakhas. Swadhyaya. Tapaha, ascetic practices which will be described in the chapter 17. Arjavam, straightforwardness in dealing with the world. What you think, so you speak. What you speak, so you act. Perfect alignment between thought, word, and deeds. Arjava. No crookedness. Otherwise, what? Thinks one thing, speaks something else, and does an entirely different thing. It is Duratma. Mahatma is the one who has got perfect alignment, thought, word, and deed. Tejaha. So here, maturity of the mind. That is boldness, confidence in the things told by Shastra. Kshama, forgiveness in the sense, even someone does harm to you, you do not allow your mind to get disturbed. Even if you are provoked, you keep the cool of your mind. Dhruti, the power to invigorate the body even when it is totally tired. That willpower must be there. So that power. Then adroha, not plotting against anyone. not hurting other one. Atimanita, absence of excessive pride. These qualities are found in the person who has got Daivi qualities. Means a person who has got these qualities is called to have Daivi Sampat, divine qualities. Having heard this, now Asuri Sampat. This is Daivi Sampat, Asuri Sampat. Dambho Darpoti Manascha Krodha Parushamevacha Ajnanam Chabhijatasya Partha Sampadamasuri. Arjuna, Partha, this is Asuri Sampat. Demonical qualities. What are those? Dambha, projecting oneself to a great dharmic person, though one is not. Means project in the world oneself to be a great person, though these qualities are not there in him. Darpaha, darpa is, that is haughtiness. Haughtiness. Atimanaha, exaggerated pride. The reason for that is born in a great family, got lot money, etc. Name, fame is there. So consider something which is superior to others. So atimanaha, that is exaggerated pride. Then krodha, anger, you know, krodha. Parushamevacha. Parusham is harshness in speaking, etc. You speak to others in a way that you hurt them. No. What you call nishthura vachana. That is harsh words while speaking to others. That is the parusham. Ajnanam, aviveka, in terms of what is to be done, what is not to be done. No right discrimination. So ajnamcha, these are the qualities which are found in the Asuri person. These are Asuri qualities. A person who has got these qualities is called Asura. Having heard this, Arjuna was assessing oneself. To which category do I belong? Daivi or Asuri? He didn't ask Krishna, but Krishna could gauge it. And Arjuna, don't worry, you are what? Having Daivi Sampat only. Before that, he says, Daivi Sampad Vimokshaya Nibandhaya Suri Mataha Mashucha Sampadam Daivi Abhijatosi Pandava. Daivi Sampat serves as the means to gain moksha. Asuri Sampat certainly binds. Arjuna, don't worry. You are born with Daivi Sampat. Otherwise, you would not have asked this knowledge. Not only you would not have asked this knowledge, you would not have survived this much of teaching up to where I have reached now. Because you have Daivi Sampat, you are more and more eager to gain this knowledge. So therefore, certainly You belong to Daivi Sampat. Bhagwan had described Daivi Sampat, Asuri Sampat. To some extent, Daivi Sampat was described not elaborately, but more. Asuri Sampat was briefly given. But this is the one that everyone has to get rid of totally. Bhagavan is going to describe that Asuri Sampat in detail so that one can introspect within oneself and remove all these Asuri demonical qualities if they are found in oneself. Dvau bhuta sargau lokesmin daiva asura evacha daivo vistarasha prokta asuram partha me shrunu. These two types of creations of people, Daivi Asuri, are found in the world. I told in detail about the Daivi Sampat, divine qualities. Now know from me in detail the Asuri Sampat, the demonical qualities. Bhagavan elaborates now. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha janana vidurasuraha na shaucham chapi chacharo na satyam teshu vidyate. Asuri people don't know this. What pravritti? What are the purushartha sadhana? What are the means that need to be taken to gain higher goals in life? They don't know. Nivrittim. What are those means which need to be discarded so that one doesn't degrade oneself to lower status? To be away and more away from higher goals of life, higher purusharthas. Asuraha janaha navidu. Those who have got demonical qualities, they know not. In them, na shaucham vidyati. Cleanliness, whether physical body or the mind, is not there. Acharaha pina vidyati. They do not conduct themselves as told in the Shastra. Their achara, their conduct doesn't conform to Shastra. Teshu satyam na vidyate. They are liars. They don't speak the truth. Authority. Asatyam apratishtham te jagadahuranishwaram aparaspara sambhutam imanyat kama haituka. They say this Jagat has no Ishvara. There is no master of this creation who regulates. And just as we are asatya, liars, so are all people. All people are liars. This is their version. Huh? This is not be true. Apratishtam. has no firm basis of Ishvara, etc. So they say that is means Pratishtha here is in the terms of dharma. One has to adopt dharma, get away from adharma. Such things are not there according to them. Anishvara. There is no Ishvara at all. What is the cause of the Jagat? Aparaspara sambhutam kama hetu. The union between the male and female, that is that desire, that kama alone the cause of the entire, is what their concept. And taking recourse to such wrong notion, they lose their viveka and indulge in very cruel activities which are inimical to the people, which harm the people. Etam drishtimavashtabhya nashtatmalolpa buddhaya prabhavantyagra karmana shayaya jagatohita. These people, avashtabhya, having resorted to such drishti, as told in the verse 8, nashtatmanaha. So, the people who have lost the means of higher accomplishment in life. Alpa buddhaya, avivekis. What is the right thing to be done? What is the right thing to be accomplished? What is to be avoided? They don't. Ugra karmanaha bhavanti. They become those who take to very, what is that, cruel activities, and thereby they become ahitaha, shatravaha. They become the enemies of people. And that is, this is their lot. Kama mashritya dushpuram dambhamana madanvitaha mohad grihitva sadgraha pravartante shuchivrataha. They, those people, dushpuram kamam ashritya, taking resort or being under control of dushpuram kama, desires which can never be fulfilled. More desires fulfilled, still more desires are there. There is no end to their desire. Again, dambhamana madanvita, endowed with dambha, though not dharmic, projecting oneself as dharmic. Mana, considering oneself to be adorable person, pujat bhavana. Mada, haughtiness. Anvita, endowed with this. Moha, on account of ajnana, ignorance. Asadgrahan grahitva, having got wrong notions about the goal of life, wrong notions about the means to be adopted, they ashuti vrtaha vartante, take to such acts, such vows, which are not as per the Shastra. And what is their disposition? What is their mental state? Chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upashitaha kamopabhoga paramaha etavaditi nishchitaha. Aparimeyam chintam. Anxiety, concern is what? Limitless. There is no measure of it. How long they have got? Pralayantam upashita. Till death, they are totally immersed in, that is what called anxiety, concern, all that. Because what is the goal of life? Kamopa bhoga parama. Is the goal of life. Khao, piyo, maja karo. Have more and more vishaya bhoga. Have more and more sense pleasure. This is what they ascertain as the goal of life. Now, to fulfill all these desires, you need money. From where to bring? What they earn is not sufficient. So therefore what? They take to foul means to earn the wealth. Asha pasha shatair baddha kama krodha parayana ihante kama bhogartham anyayenartha sanjaya. Asha pasha shatair baddha. Baddha, bound by shatai, hundreds of asha pasha, fetters of desire. Kama krodha parayana. Always their aim is what? Or what they resort to is what? Kama and krodha. Desire and anger. Actually, what they resort to desires. And when the desires are not fulfilled, it becomes anger. Therefore, kama bhogartham, to have the sense pleasure, anyayena artha sanchayan ihante. They take to the measures or efforts to earn money by foul means. That is why in India nowadays, under the right leadership, ED and CBI are more active. You know, ED, Enforcement Directorate. CBI, crime branch of India. Most of the, no, I won't say most, but a great extent, there are earlier politicians who had amassed the wealth by foul means. It's one variety, not that they are the only people. There are many others also. So, anyayena, by foul means, artha sanchayani, they take the means of amassing the wealth. And this is their way of accounting. Idam adyamaya labdam, idam prapse manoratam, idam asti idam apime, bhavishyati punardhanam. Every day before sleeping, oh, today I got this much of money. Idam prapsi, other thing I will get it. Manortham, whatever desired about the other thing, I will get it. Idam asti, these things are already with me. And this much will come to me in course of time. Dhana, wealth. This is as far as the wealth. About the enemies, etc. Asau maya hata shatruhu anishecha paranapi ishwaroham aham bhogi siddhoham balavan sukhi. This enemy of mine, I have already killed him. Other enemies, I am going to kill them. I am Ishwaraha. I am a great person. I am ruling everyone. Aham bhogi. I enjoy life. Siddham. I am endowed with all varieties of accomplishments, like wealth, children, power, possession, etc. Bhagavan, I am strong. Sukhi, I am free from diseases, etc. So he considered. Again, Adhyo Vijanavan Asmi, Punyo Sisadrisho Maya, Yakshe Dasyami Modishe, Iti Adnyana Vimohita. They are so deluded on account of their Adnyana Aviveka. They consider after such accomplishment, Adhyaha, I'm a rich person, I'm a wealthy person, I'm a person who can be applauded. Abhijanavan Asmi, I'm born in, what is that? High lineage, high pedigree. Kodnyosi sadrushomaya. Who is there equal to me? No, I am the greatest person. Yakshe, I do yajnayagas. Dasyami, I give in charity. Modishe, I rejoice. It is so adnyana vimohita. They are totally deluded about themselves. As a result of which, what happens to them will be described hereafter. Last time, we were seeing about the japa. To some extent, we have seen about the japa. Japa is the very powerful sadhanas, more so in Kali Yuga. Even otherwise, Bhagwan has said, Yajnanam japa yajñosmi. Among the sacrifices, I am the japa, the most exalted essence. You don't need any samagris, materials, etc. Anyone can do at any time. So therefore, this is japa. Japa can be sakama, nishkama. Can be for fulfillment of desires or just to remember Ishvara so that we get Shuddhanta Karana, Chitta Naishchalya, purity of the mind, calm disposition, single point into the mind so that we can gain the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. This Nishkam. In japa, no, japa can be name of any Lord, any name of Bhagavan, any form, or certain mantras as per the mantra shastra. We have no freedom to coin mantras. They should be strictly in accordance with the Mantra Shastra related to different types of deities. Shorter the mantra, more effective, provided the person has got capacity to take it. If mind is more restless, agitated, longer mantras are advisable. If a person has got to an extent master the mind and enjoys some calm disposition, that person can take to smaller mantras. And the smallest is Om, Omkar. Smallest is Omkar. Now, they say there are crores of mantras, maybe including all Brahmandas. But all mantras are said to be Janma Prada. They give you punya and keep continued in the Janma Marana Samsara transmigration. Whereas there is a mantra which reveals you your own Swarupa, which is meant for that, depending on our disposition. And it is Aham Brahmasmi. Om Aham Brahmasmi. This is mantra which is Janma Hara. It destroys the birth means samsara. One may say, Aham Brahma. I am Brahma. Is it not a statement of arrogance? It is not a statement of arrogance. It is a statement based on the truth. You may or you may not know. In reality, you are Chaitanya Swarupa Atma Brahma only. But your mistaken notion that body is I, the mind is I, which is so deep, as a result, you are not able to verify that you are Brahma Swarupa. So therefore, I am Brahma is not a statement of arrogance. It is a statement of truth. To some extent, we can make ourselves acquainted with what this Brahma is. Chandogya says, Sarvam Khaluvidam Brahma Tajjalaniti Shanta Upasit. It's called Shandilya Vidya, Shandilya Upasit. Sarvam Khaluvidam Brahma. Indeed, this entire cosmos is Brahma. Tajja, Talla, Tadana, Tajjalaniti. Tajja, Jagat is born from Brahma Chaitanya. Talla, the Jagat merges back in Chaitanya. Tadana, the Jagat continues on account of Chaitanya. Born from, sustains in, merges back in Chaitanya. That Chaitanya is Brahma. But in the world we find disparities, good, bad, desirable, undesirable. Shanta Upasita. Don't give room in your mind to all these low, high level notions. Know it to be Brahma Swarupa. With that background, Aham Brahmasmi, this mantra happens to be the most exalted. Though you do not have the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, if taken to with sincerity for sufficiently long period of time, it will bestow on you that disposition which will enable you to gain the direct knowledge, aparoksha jnana of Atma Brahma. Other point we have to see about the japa is how japa can be exploited to take to nididhyasana, Atma Chintana. When you chant the mantra, any mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, whatever it may be, depending on your ishta, between consecutive two mantras, there is a gap wherein there is no mantra. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Gap is no mantra. And thought should not come. There is silence. Therein is the occasion for Chaitanya Atma to manifest itself in that gap, free from thoughts. First, your attention is on the mantra. After slowly, you can divert your attention to that gap, silence in between, which reveals you your Swarupa Chaitanya. It depends on practice and where you can focus your mind. Primary focus can be on a mantra, secondarily on the gap, revealing your Swarupa. Slowly by practice, primary focus on the gap in between, secondary attention to the mantra. This is very easy. Interestingly demonstrated in Rasa Krida. In Rasa Krida, every gopi had one complete Krishna. They didn't know at that time. Afterward, they found that everyone has got it. Everyone thought Krishna was with me only. But Krishna was as many as the gopis. You said, Angana, Angana, Antare, Madhava. Angana, Gopi. Angana, Gopi. Antare, Madhava. In between the Krishna. When your attention is focused on Angana, Gopi. When you shift to the Krishna, Madhava, Madhava, Antare, Angana. Between Krishna and Krishna, in between the Gopi. Scene is one and same, but your attention is that way. Likewise, in the beginning, focus of attention is on mantra, slowly on the gap between the two. Thereby you will find that from that Chaitanya silence, mantra emerges and merges back. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Like this. So this way, to an extent, japa can be exploited to take to Atma Chintana. So therefore, but one more thing, this needs abhyasa, practice. It's not that I know how it is to be done. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Abhyasa, abhyasa, abhyasa. Why? Because our mind is so much habituated to take to wrong notions and wrong values, like the body is I, the world is real, etc. It needs to be counteracted. It is not an act of few days or weeks or months or years. It has to be the main goal of life. So this way, japa is a very effective sadhana. Om. Om samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.